Hi, I'm Gretchen, MD and Financial Planner at Magenta. This video covers some of the key steps to take when you've lost a loved one. The financial and emotional burden of losing a loved one can be really hard. In my experience, surrounding yourself with the right people on both a professional and personal level can really make a difference and help you at this difficult time. When you lose a loved one, as well as personally mourning and having to adjust, you are often left having to deal with complex financial decisions at a very vulnerable time. Often it's when we feel at our least capable. Sometimes when a loved one passes, you may also be the executor or trustee of an estate, and you will be faced with gathering a long list of documents, contacting banks and other financial institutions, and making some serious decisions. There are some things that will demand your immediate attention, like funeral arrangements and the costs associated with this. Many other decisions can be delayed for some weeks or even months, and my guidance would be, don't decide anything quickly if you don't need to. We often find people who have just lost a loved one asking themselves what the deceased would want to do in this situation. The truth is, you're starting out a new phase in your life without them. It's now your decision affecting only you, so it's important to make this decision with a clear head. Saying this, hopefully you will have had an opportunity to have spoken to your loved one before their death about their wishes and understand at least some aspects of their financial position. I think that there are a number of things that you can do to prepare yourself for the choices that lie ahead when coping with all of this. So number one is lean on others. You don't have to do it and go it alone. For practical and emotional support, turn to friends, family, your church, or other trusted relationships. For financial and legal paperwork, contact professionals such as a financial advisor, a tax advisor, and a solicitor. Focus on relationships that help relieve your burden and avoid those that burn up your limited energy. Even the simplest estate will have many moving pieces that will require attention of many people's resources and experience that you might not have. Unfortunately, there are many professionals looking to take advantage of those who are undereducated on financial matters or emotionally vulnerable. Ask your close friends and family for referrals and make sure to ask for testimonials and reviews. Keep things simple when you can and try to educate yourself on financial concepts. That's my second tip. Once you feel ready to take on some longer-term financial and practical work, take it slow and steady. Break the list of to-dos into priority groups and just take one step at a time. There is some great guidance out there about the first steps after someone dies on the website moneyhelper.org.uk. It can be really helpful to start by gathering up the various information that you will need. Wills and trusts, insurance policies, financial statements, personal ID, mortgages, retirement benefits, business paperwork, tax return information. Whether on paper or online, take stock of what you've got and what might be missing. You may come across language and terminology that you're not familiar with, such as estate or trust and probate, to name a few. Try not to get overwhelmed and use online resources to help or lean on professionals that you engage with. Tip 3 is keep looking to the future. When it comes to life transitions, each of us works to our own timeline. Everyone's grief and how they handle things are different. Eventually, the time will come when you're ready to circle back on those larger decisions you might have put on hold. You'll feel like you can look forward and start to plan more for yourself. We often find this is when people really need focus to think fresh about their finances. This is the time to check and determine if everything is fine or if adjustments are needed. Make sure you take professional guidance if you have big decisions to make. For example, like selling a house, managing investments that maybe you didn't before, or paying off debt. And finally, I read somewhere when preparing this video content that pre-planning is an act of love. Right now, if you're listening in a much happier time, I can't stress enough how important it is to plan for when you pass away or a loved one passes away. Pre-planning can simply be the best thing to eliminate some of those most agonising decisions that your family members will face during one of the worst times of their lives. Your will, powers of attorney, and discussions around funeral arrangements may be among the most loving gifts that you can give to your loved ones. If you don't have these key things already in place, there's no better day than today to get them sorted. If you found this video of interest and would like to be happy to share it, comment or like it to help spread the word further in your network, then please do. Thanks for listening.